Let's start with understanding where we are today, to understand what's the massive challenge, or I would say, that we have in front of us to scale up circularity. So this is the data from last year that is published by Plastics Europe in the Plastics, the Fats latest report that was published, I think, 2 months ago. Where we are right now in Europe. We have done a lot to advance circularity, but we are still far away to have huge circularity levels in the plastics industry in Europe. So the current rate is around 20% of the plastics industry in Europe is circular. The majority of that 20% is coming from mechanical recycling. The vast majority, as you see on the screen, just 1% is coming from alternative biorenewable sources, and less than 0.5 is coming from chemical recycling processes. So this is a challenge that we have in front of us. And if we understand how we are going to be evolving in the future, and we move to the next slide, we will see how is the vision that we have, how the plastics industry in Europe should be looking like by 2050 to achieve the net zero vision. And the data is coming from Reshaping Plastics report that was published last year, commissioning by Plastics Europe, but done by Systemic AQ. And what the report is saying, that to achieve a net zero target by 2050, the plastics industry in Europe will need to utilize removing the reduction and reuse that will play a contribution, as you see in the graph. We'll need to utilize 70% of non-fossil alternative renewable circular carbon sources to produce the plastics that we use and we were using to become a circular system and to become a net zero system. This will bring a huge scalability of both mechanical recycling, you see the numbers here, up to 10 million metric tons of mechanical recycling plastics will be needed by then, complementing with chemical recycling, 7 million by then, together with bio-based plastics from bio-based renewable resources, around 7 million, and as well carbon capture and use, 2 million.